Hi, I'm Penny. Welcome to today's yoga. You don't need any props today, but I am sitting on a blanket. You're welcome to sit on one too, and you can also grab some blocks if you'd like. I don't have mine here with me, they're upstairs. So go ahead and grab any props that you'd like and come to a seated place on your mat in Sukhasana. And today we're going to have a theory today. We're going to work with Ahimsa, which is nonviolence. It is the first of the yamas. There's the yamas and the niyamas, and they're part of the 8 limbs of yoga, which we can talk about more in a different video. But for today, we're going to talk about ahimsa, nonviolence. So I have a lot of people say, well, there's poses that they can't do. And I think one of the biggest one that people realize they can't do is poses like full splits or malasana or headstand or handstand. And instead of just realizing where their limitations are and working with either props or just accepting that you're there now and eventually you're going to be a little further along, or maybe you'll never go into the full splits. It's okay, but what I want you to really work on is the first of the yamas, and that is nonviolence. So when we talk about nonviolence, we're talking about nonviolence to yourself, but also to the world in general. But for the purposes of this video, let's work on nonviolence with ourselves in our yoga practice. And ego is a good thing to have, but sometimes when we're working with ourselves, we are very judgmental about ourselves. And I'm very guilty of this, as we all are. It's pretty common. And we decide that we want to be able to do something, and therefore we shall make our bodies do it, and our bodies are not always set up for that, which leads to injury. So today's practice, let's go ahead and work on nonviolence. And anytime you hear any of the Sanskrit names, especially in the yamas and the niyamas, they're going to say non, like non-stealing, non-violence. But that's how they say it. So that's how we're going to say it, is just nonviolence. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. Go ahead and have a seat in your cross-legged position. I want you to close your eyes, straighten your back, and then put your fingers into Gaya Mudra, which is thumb and forefinger together. And just take a long breath in and a long, slow breath out. And another long breath in and a slow breath out. And so come to a place where you're quiet in your mind and think about this nonviolence to your practice. And how would that apply to some of the poses? And take a breath in. And as you exhale, just go ahead and open up your eyes. Sorry, I had to leave for just a moment, and now we're back. So let's go ahead and sit in your Sukhasana, thumb and forefinger together. Go ahead and open your eyes with this practice in mind of nonviolence. And let's keep that in mind throughout the class. Go to your comfortable place, but don't push through pain and don't push through ego. So go ahead and open your eyes. Let's go ahead and just start with some neck rolls. Put your right side of your head on your shoulder. Roll your head forward. Go to the left side, roll back. To the right, forward, left, and go back as slowly as you can. Remember, non-violence. And one more time, let's go to the front. Now let's bring our head up top and let's go ahead and put our ear on our left shoulder. And let's go ahead and roll forward to the right side, all the way back very slowly. You're going to hear a lot of cracks. Go all the way around. Now, if you can't go all the way around, just go half the way around. So put your left ear on your left shoulder, roll to the right, and maybe not bring your nose up quite so far. Let's go one more round of head circles, going towards your right shoulder, head on the left shoulder. Now just drop your nose down towards your feet, so let your head hang. And now go ahead and bring your head up to the center. Sorry, did not bring a hair tie. All right, so let's go ahead and just turn our head to the left. All right, now so let's go ahead and turn our head to the right as we take a breath in. And exhale, and now to the left. Breathe in and exhale. And one more to the right. And one more to the left. And let's come to center. Let's go ahead and bring our arms up into the air. Put the left hand on the right knee, right hand behind you, and let's go ahead and just turn towards the right. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, bring your arms up. Right hand on left knee, left hand behind you. Take a breath in and turn to the left. Let's do that 2 more times. So bring your arms up into the air, take a breath. Exhale, turn to the right. Put your left hand on your right knee. Breathe in, and as you exhale, bring your arms up. Breathing in and exhaling, turning towards your left. Put your right hand on your left knee and give it a nice turn. Remember, nonviolence. And let's go to the center. Let's do some seated cat-cows. Put your hands on your knees. Take a breath in. Let's start it with cow. So come up to the ceiling. Exhale, roll in. Breathe in, bring your head up. Exhale, curl your body in. Let's do 2 more times. Take a breath in. And exhale, curling in. One more time. Chest up, eyes up. And one more time. Exhale, curling in. Let's go ahead and bring ourselves right back into our Sukhasana. If you have your legs crossed one way, let's cross them the other way. Get some symmetry, be a little more symmetrical. And let's do some sushi grinds. So place your hands, sufi grinds. Place your hands on your knees, take a breath in, and we're going to start to the right, come forward and back. Breathe in. Exhale as you go back. A couple more times to the right here. Exhale, going back. Breathe in. Exhale, last time to the right. Exhale as you go back. Now that we're back to our middle section here, we're going to start again going to the left. Take a breath in as you come forward to the left. And exhale as you go back. Breathe in. And exhale. Breathe in as you go forward. Exhale as you go back, going to the left, breathing in. And exhale. Let's do that a couple of more times. Breathing in as you go forward. Exhale as you go back. Still going to the left. Last time, breathe in. And exhale and come to the center. Now go ahead and close your eyes. Give yourself permission just to let everything we've done so far sink in. And let's go ahead and transition to child's pose. So if you need, you can always put your rolled up towel or a blanket in between your knees and your calves if your child's pose can be a little tight. Let's go ahead and be extended child's pose. And take a long breath in, long, slow breath out. And from here, let's just walk our hands to the right, giving a nice stretch to the side of the body. And exhale. And then walk our hands forward and walk our hands to the left, giving ourselves a nice stretch to the right side of the body. Long breath in, long, slow breath out. And let's just bring our hands back to center, stretching out the low back and getting ourselves ready for the movement portion of our class today. So let's go ahead and push into our downward facing dog and go ahead and just pedal your feet. Now maybe your heels touch, maybe they don't. We did a dance showcase last night, so my calves are super tight, but I'm sure lots of people have tight calves. Take a long breath in and a long, slow breath out. And let's just walk as slowly as we can to the front of our mat and just hang for just a moment. You can put your hands in your elbows and nod your head yes, shake your head no, because you know, it's okay not to have all the answers. So you can just shrug your shoulders and shrug them again. Take a long breath in, and as you exhale, go ahead and place your hands either on a block or on the floor, and let's go ahead and go into a crouching position. And if you want, you can come into a malasana position. Now you'll notice in malasana, which is a wide-legged squat, maybe your heels don't touch, and that's okay. You can put either a towel underneath them or just be fine with the heels not touching. And just take a long breath in and a slow breath out. So malasana is a pose that most people might need to be warmed up a little bit to have that full range of motion. So put your hands back on the floor, taking a breath in. And as you exhale, go ahead and stand up and bring your feet back into center. And let's go ahead and roll up into our Mountain Tadasana. And place your feet underneath your hips underneath your spine and your neck aligned. Close your eyes. Go back to your intention of nonviolence for this section of class. So take a breath in, bring your arms up. Exhale, come forward. Breathe in, flat back. Exhale, bring your right foot back into a runner's lunge. We have Hannigan here, my guide dog, so take a breath in. As you exhale, go ahead and straighten your left leg out. Breathe in. As you exhale, go ahead and bend it. And then step back into a plank position. And you can bring your knees down to the floor for this. Take an exhale in. Or breathe in. And as you exhale, come all the way down to the mat. And come up into a modified cobra. Take a breath in. As you exhale, push into your hands and push back into a child's pose. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, push back into your downward facing dog. You can bring your right leg up into the air. Bring your right knee into your chest. And your right foot is now in a lunge position. And go ahead and straighten. You can drop that left knee down. Or you can leave it in this lunge position. Go ahead and straighten that right leg out. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, come back into your lunge and step that left foot forward. Hang forward for just a moment. Come up into a flat back. Go back into a forward fold and roll yourself back up into Mountain Tadasana. Should have brought a hair tie for this. My apologies. Take a breath in, bring your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Now let's step your left foot back. And now you're in a lunge position. And go ahead and straighten that right leg out again. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, step that right leg back. And now you're in plank. Like I said, you can always drop your knees down for this. So we're just going to take a breath in. And as we exhale, come straight down to the floor. Take a breath in. And now we're going to go ahead and push back up into that cobra. And you can use a little bit more arm strength if you want. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, come down. Now prepare your feet. Pick your knees up just a little bit. And I'm going to give you two options. You can leave your knees down and push yourself into a modified plank, or take a breath in. And as you exhale, push yourself up into plank. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, push yourself into downward facing dog. Pedal your feet out. Taking a long breath in. And as you exhale, bring that left leg up into the air. You can flex that foot, wiggle your ankles if you want. Bring your left knee into your chest. Come into that left-legged lunge. And you've got the option of dropping that right knee down if you want, or leave it up and press your hips back and stretch out that hamstring. Non-violent, just nice stretch. We're just still warming up. Back into lunge, step forward, forward fold, flat back, forward fold. Let's roll all the way up. Bring your arms up, Mountain Tadasana. Come back to your standing position. So to bring your arms up into the air. And as you bring your arms up into the air, go ahead and fold forward. Come into a flat back. Step your right leg back. Your left leg back. Come down to your knees if you want, or just come into a chaturanga and roll into your upward facing dog. Roll into a downward facing dog. Pedal that out. Bring your right leg up into the air, right knee to your chest, and then step that right leg forward. And you can come up into a standing lunge. So we're going to come into a crescent lunge. Press that left foot into the floor and just come up as much as you're, sorry about that, much as you're comfortable. You have the option of putting your hands on your hips or bringing your arms up into the air. So take a breath in. Lower only as much as you're comfortable. Breathe in again as you exhale, and then exhale. And one more time, take a breath in. And from this crescent lunge, let's go ahead and roll out into a warrior two. So warrior two has the side of your foot down on the floor. Go ahead and bend that right knee. And options, of course, is to always leave your hips, hands on your hips. If not, you can bring your arms up, take a breath in. As you exhale, come all the way back into a reverse crescent lunge. Take a long breath in. As you exhale, come back into warrior two. And now we're going to go into a side angle. So you can put your right arm on your thigh and your left hand can go slightly over your ear, getting a nice stretch on the side of the body. So take a long breath in and a slow breath out. This time as you take a breath in, come back into your warrior two position. Bring your arms up, back into a crescent lunge. Hands down to the floor. Take your right leg back. Come into your downward facing dog. Back into your plank position. Chaturanga, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog, pedal that out. Bring your left leg up into the air. You take that left foot knee into your chest, your left foot to your left hand, and come up into a crescent lunge on this right side. Now you can leave your hands on your hips, like I said before, or bring your hands up into the air, pressing your shoulders down. And you can even look up at your fingers if you want. So take a long breath in and a slow breath out. One more long breath in. And from this crescent lunge position, we're going to go ahead and switch to a warrior two. So you're going to see my backside on this. So just take a long breath in warrior two. And as you exhale, come into, bring your right hand down, your left arm up into a reverse side angle pose. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, come back into your warrior two. And we're going to go into a side angle pose. Put your left leg on your left arm on your left leg and bring your right arm over your head. Take a long breath in. Now you don't have to. You can leave your hand, can go to a floor or the block, whichever you'd like. Take a long breath in. And a long, slow breath out. Breathe in, come back into your warrior two. And this is the tricky part, right? So you're going to switch back into that crescent lunge, bringing your hands either up or keeping your hands on your waist. Take a long breath in. As you exhale, place your hands back on the floor. Come back into your downward facing dog. Pedal it out. And this time you're just going to kick that right foot up and step it about 3 feet away. Place your hands on your hips and come up to a standing position. So from here, pull in your abdominals, squeeze your glutes just a little bit. We're going to bring our arms up into the air and we're going to turn towards the right in this nice twist. So you go ahead and spread your hands. You're going to bring your right arm to the right, left arm forward into this nice twist, but your hips are going to remain going to the forward. Take a long breath in. And as you exhale, bring your arms back over your head into a prayer position if that works for you. If not, just leave your hands up. Keeping your legs straight, we're going to do kind of a nosedive, placing your fingers on the floor, getting a nice stretch into that hamstring. Go ahead and bend that right leg. And this is a head to knees pose. So take a long breath in, getting a nice stretch in your hamstring. Long breath out. And one more time, long breath in. Long breath out. Place your hands on the floor. Step back into your downward facing dog. And if you want, option to do a vinyasa. So chaturanga, upward facing, downward facing, and back into your downward facing dog. Let's go ahead and take that left leg up into the air and then place it about 3 feet in line with your right foot. So your feet are more like railroad tracks, you know, they're not one behind the other. And there's maybe a 1.5 foot difference in how far apart they are. Go ahead and bring your hands into prayer and roll up, or you can put your hands on your hips. And your arms are going to be up in the air. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, your left hand goes back and your right hand goes forward. So you're doing a twist, but your hips stay forward. So take a long breath in. And you can look over that left side. Long breath out. It's a nice twist for the spine. One more time. Long breath in. Long breath out. Let's go ahead and bring our arms back up into a prayer over our head. Or like I said, leave your hands on your hips. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, let's go ahead and come forward with a flat back. And then you can place your hands on blocks or on the floor. Now you're in this nice hamstring stretch. Go ahead and bend that left knee and bring your head towards the left knee, getting a nice stretch in that hamstring. So this is a modified head to knee pose. So take a long breath in and a slow breath out. One more time, long breath in and a slow breath out. And from here,
We are going to place our hands back on the floor, step back into our downward facing dog. Go into your chaturanga, your upward facing, downward facing, and let's just go ahead and pedal into those hamstrings and walk our feet back up to the top of the mat. So let's go into that forward fold. And we're going to do hands to feet pose. So we're actually going to bend our knees slightly, place our hands, our padas, our hastas underneath our pastas, which are our hands, and our feet. So place your hands underneath your feet and straighten your legs only as much as you can keep your stomach on your quadriceps, on your legs here. So take a long breath in and a long, slow breath out. One more long breath in and long, slow breath out. So let's go ahead and place our hands back on the floor, bend our knees, roll ourselves all the way up. Bring our hands up into the air and back into prayer. So let's go ahead and work on our standing postures. So I'm going to turn towards you. And our first pose that we're going to do for a standing pose is eagle pose, Garudasana. So you're going to bring your arms up into the air, take your right arm underneath your left arm. And if you need a blanket or a towel, well, not a blanket, but a towel or a band or something, that's fine. You can even have a towel hold here. If not, go ahead and come into a prayer position with your hands as much as you can. Come into a squat position and then take your right leg over your left leg. And if you want, you can leave your toes on the floor or you can wrap them as close to behind your calves as possible. Pull your abdominals in and you want to kind of sit up straight in this Garudasana eagle pose. So take a breath in, exhale, and breathe in again. Exhale, and one more time. Let's go ahead and bring your arms up into the air. Take that right leg down. Long breath in, come back to a standing pose. So let's do the other side. So you can take a breath in, bring your arms up into the air. Left arm under right. So come back into that prayer. Like I said, you can always hold a towel or a strap, even a band. This is yoga practice. It's not yoga perfect. So we're in this eagle pose here. If you cannot get the wrap at all, you could even hold your shoulders. So take a breath in, and as you exhale, go ahead and come into a modified chair, kind of a squat. Take your left leg and put it over your right. And you can always place that left foot on the floor, or you can wrap it behind your right leg. So take a long breath in and a slow breath out. And you'll wobble a little, and that's okay. Long breath in and slow breath out. So let's go ahead and straighten our legs. Bring our arms up if you want. You can do this simultaneously and take your legs down. So let's go ahead and do one more balancing pose. And we're just going to do balance on your left leg. Bring your right knee up. Go ahead and straighten your right leg as much as possible, pulling your abdominals in, and just raise that as much as you're comfortable, or you can just leave it bent. Take a breath in and exhale. Breathe in again. Flex and point your toe if you want. Exhale, and one more time. This is strengthening your quads. Go ahead and set that down. Let's do it on the other side. So you're just going to stand on your right leg. You are welcome to use any props that you like a chair or a wall. Go ahead and bend that left knee and stand on your right leg. And if you want to, you can go ahead and extend that left leg. Or you can keep it bent. Pull your abdominals in, stay as straight as you want. And point or flex if you'd like your foot. I'm going to go ahead and flex this left foot. And just bring it up as high as it's comfortable. That will really strengthen your left leg. So take a long breath in As you exhale, go ahead and bend your knee and set that down. Let's go ahead and walk up to the top of the mat. Bring your arms up. Come forward. Place your hands either on blocks, and let's try it Malasana one more time. So take your legs out to the side. Come into that wide-legged yogi squat. And see how much that's changed since before earlier. So take a long breath in, and as you exhale, go ahead and sit down on the mat. Let's do Dandasana, which is straight-legged forward folding. So pull your abdominals in, flex your feet towards you, put your hands on the floor for just a moment, close your eyes. Take a breath here. You can place something underneath your knees or bend them. Bring your arms up. And as you exhale, just come forward. You can bend your knees slightly, but you want to keep your back pretty straight. So take a long breath in. And a slow breath out. Another long breath in. And a slow breath out. Now, if you can't reach your toes, you can always use straps, of course. And one more breath in. And a slow out. You can bend your knees. You can use a strap. More long breath in. Long, slow breath out. Remember, we're working on nonviolence, so go ahead and push yourself up. Let's go ahead and bend that left leg and do Jani Shirshirasana on this right leg. So we have a bent left leg, the right leg is straight. Bring your arms up, and as you exhale, bend over that right leg. Long breath in. Long breath out. One more time in. One more time out. Go ahead and push out of that stretch. Bring that left leg in and cross it over your right leg. Let's go ahead and do a half Lord of the Fishes. Just a nice twist to the left. So place your right hand, or you can cuddle your left leg and turn towards your left, getting a nice stretch in the left hip. So take a long breath in. And a slow breath out. Getting a nice twist. Breathe in and exhale. And if you want, you can do a nice little counter twist. Take that left leg forward. Take your right leg and bend it into Jani Shirshirasana. And we're going to stretch the left leg. So bring your arms up. And as you exhale, stretch forward, getting a nice stretch on that left hamstring. So long breath in, nose is looking at toes. Long breath out. You can always bend that left leg if you're feeling like it's pulling on the back of your hamstrings. One more time in. And one more time out. So go ahead and push out of that stretch. Take that right knee and bring it up. Right foot over left. And let's go ahead and either hold on to that right knee or even put the right knee in front of the left arm and do a nice twist towards the right. So take a long breath in and a long breath out. It's a really nice twisting stretch. One more time in, long breath in and long breath out. Let's go ahead and turn towards your left side to get a nice counter stretch. Take your legs and bring them out to the front. Go ahead and move them back and forth just a little bit. Go ahead and let yourself roll down on your back. Place your knees together, feet out to apart. Place your hands on your belly, so knees together, the feet are apart in this resting pose. Place one hand above your navel and one hand below, and just take some nice breaths into that. So with the first of the yamas, you want to think of Ahimsa as nonviolence.
So you can stay here for your Shavasana. Just take some nice long breaths in. Slow breaths out. Or you can go ahead and straighten your legs if you feel up to it. You can leave your hands on your abdominals or place them beside you. And just take some nice long breaths in. Long breaths out. Let your feet relax, let your legs relax, let your brain relax. What is it like if you don't have to push yourself all the time? Long breath in, slow breath out. Now focus on a white light in your spine. And as you take a breath in, the white light comes from the base of your spine, up your spine. And as you exhale, it goes back down your spine, all the way to the sacrum. Take another breath in. The white light comes up, all the way up your spine to your third eye. And as you exhale, that white light goes down your spine and to the sacrum. One more time in. One more time out. Now you are welcome to stay in this Shavasana for 10, 15 minutes, as long as you'd like. But I'm going to close the video, so I'm going to roll to my side and push myself back up and sit back on my mat with my lovely dog Hannigan here. Go ahead and cross your legs into Sukhasana, whichever is the most comfortable. Place your hands back in thumb and forefinger into Gaya Mudra. Focus on being kind to yourself. It's good to have an ego, but your ego cannot run everything in your life. We're going to end this practice with one sound of peace, one sound of Om. So take a long breath in. Exhale for Om. Om. Bring your hands into prayer. Thumbs to your forehead to remind you to have kind thoughts. Hands to your mouth to remind you to have warm and loving words. And hands to your heart to remind yourself that you are truly loved. Namaste. All right, thank you so much for participating in this class, and I hope I see you again really soon. If you have any comments or questions, let me know in the comments.